everybody, it's Jodi with North of Boston Lifestyle, and I am here with Morgan Steir. He has this really interesting company, and it's Undercover Undercoaters. So, Morgan, tell us a little bit about your company, why you started it.
Yeah, sure. So it started because my wife and I wanted to get her SUV undercoated to help it last longer in New England winters and all year round. And it was really hard to find someone to do it.
Yep.
They needed the car for 2 days.
It's a long time.
Yeah, when you have kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
They wouldn't answer a lot of my questions, and it was $800 to $1,000.
Wow.
And I said, look, if only someone would come to your house at your time and schedule and do this for a reasonable price, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
I have a background in home services, and this was just begging to be started, so I did.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So how does it work? So it sounds like you're quicker and less expensive than a lot of the competitors. How does it? So if I want to get my car done, I give your company a call. How does it work?
Yeah, absolutely. So we just do undercoating. A lot of folks are doing a lot of different auto repair, maybe body work, and this is something they want to do if the price is right for them, right? But this is all we do. We don't have a lot of overhead because we are a mobile operation, so we can give you a great price for a premium product, actually. So yeah, you call in or text us, and we can look at our schedule of when we're in your area. We come to your home or even work. As long as the pavement is relatively level and we get 3 or 4 parking spots worth of space, we can lift that car up on ramps with the tarp underneath it and undercoat it. Undercoat the underneath, inside frame rails, inside rocker panels, inside doors as they're accessible, and really protect that car.
What kind of preparations should somebody do to, like, should they go and get a detail on their car before you clean? What kind of preparation do they need to do?
Good question. We recommend that folks get a typical tunnel car wash place that gets the undercarriage, right? That's going to get it rinsed out pretty well. The product that we apply actually can go on a little bit of moisture, and it'll displace that moisture. It can go over a little bit of dust too, so it doesn't need to be pressure washed. If you want to pressure wash the underside, you can, but typically an undercarriage car wash gets it done 1 to 3 days before we come.
Is there anything that you wanted to make sure our audience knows about that we haven't talked about yet?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different options for undercoating out there. There are semi-permanent or permanent undercoating options. Those are really meant for newer vehicles, right? Because if something's 6 months or a year or 2 or 5 years old, you don't want to put a hard coating over existing rust. You want to use what we call a wet coating. Now, there are 2 kinds of wet coatings. There is the oil petroleum-based wet coatings that go on and seep in and stay wet. Those are good for 6 to 10 months at a time. You'll want to redo them. What we do is called lanolin. Lanolin is the grease from sheep's wool. It is the oil from sheep's wool. They emit a lot of it because they live outside, so they need to stay waterproof. So it's a thicker material than petroleum oil, and when we spray it on, it's good for, we say, every 12 to 24 months, maybe even 36 if it's a really lightly driven vehicle. So someone that's out there plowing, or we have a neighbor that's a plumber, he's driving 6 days a week, all year round. 20,000 miles a year on his van. That's someone who gets this done every year. Whereas my wife's SUV, about 10 to 12,000 miles a year. With lanolin, that's an every 2 year. So a little bit of a premium price versus oil, but the lanolin is going to last a lot longer, so you have to do it less often.
Excellent.
That's about it.
All right. I love it. Well, thank you so much.